Fetzer had an older brother, Earlie. Earlie was a grown man, but he was a bit retarded. And my uncle Johnny, my mother's youngest brother, sort of took Earlie under his wing. Earlie and Fetzer were family members of a sharecropping family, my grandfather's property. But Johnny sort of took Earlie under his wing. Earlie was the sort, he didn't know his own strength, but never get upset, never get mad. And Earlie dearly loved Pepsis. Now this is in the days when Pepsis came in 12-ounce bottles.
Oh, he's so...
We were at Grandpa's store, the country store one day at noon, and Johnny asked Earlie, he said, Earlie, did you ever get as many Pepsis to drink as you wanted at any one time? And Earlie said, no. Johnny said, well, Earlie, how many Pepsis do you think you could drink in 30 minutes? Earlie said, I don't know. Well, the drink box was a big, huge wooden affair, lined in metal, and we kept ice in it. So the drinks in this, particularly as the ice melted down a little bit, the drinks were so cold you would expect ice to be floating through the sodas. So Johnny said to Earlie, he said, Earlie, do you think you could drink 6 Pepsis in 30 minutes? And Earlie said, yeah. Johnny said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Earlie. He said, I'll buy you 6 Pepsis if you can drink all 6 of them in 30 minutes. Earlie said, all right. And Johnny said, now, you understand though, Earlie, if you can't drink them in 30 minutes, I'm going to have to put it on your tab for you to pay for. My grandfather allowed all the farmers around there to run a tab during the year, and they paid their tab off, hopefully, when they sold tobacco. So it was agreed. So someone had a watch and there's no time. And rather than Johnny reach in the box and get 6 Pepsis, he reached in and got one and popped the top off of it, handed it to Earlie and said, check the time. Well, Earlie turned this one up. There was only one drink in it. He turned it up and drained the thing. Johnny, by that time, had already reached in, got another, and popped the top. Well, the second one didn't go down quite as fast as the first one. Went 3 or 4 or 5 drinks out of it. And every time Earlie would set a bottle down, Johnny would have another one ready for him. And the longer he went, the more he drank, the slower it got. And so by the time he's starting on about the 4th one, there are bones in it. He was having to fight it tooth and nails. But he's still working on it. And whoever's keeping time is letting Earlie know how much time he has left. And he finally got on the 5th one and got it finished off. Started on the last one. And he's only got about, when he started on the 6th one, he's only got about a minute and a half left. So they're calling off times. And all Earlie can do is just get a little sip. He is so full, just a tiny sip. And it's obvious that Earlie's not going to make it. You know, he's got too much Pepsi and too little time. So, and we're beginning to feel a little sorry for Earlie too, because he's going to have to pay for these at the end of the year. But the gods were looking down on Earlie, I suppose. Earlie burped and shot a stream of Pepsi as big as your arm halfway across that store. There must have been 6 or 8 of us standing around, and we were doing everything but rolling all over the floor. And Earlie very nonchalantly kept drinking and finished off the end of that 6 Pepsi before his time was up. Johnny said, Earlie, he said, I don't believe that's fair, Earlie. He said you didn't keep it down. Earlie said, ain't nobody said nothing about keeping it down. And we would usually stop at the store and all of us sit around and laugh and joke and this sort of thing over the noon hour. So about an hour later, it's time to hit the field. Johnny said to Earlie, he said, "Earlie, would you like to have a Pepsi before you go?" Earlie said, "No." Johnny said, "That's the first time I've ever heard Earlie say no to a Pepsi."
That's a good advertisement thing, isn't it?